Listen up, Leeds family. Your boys got 3 absolute bombshells that are about to shake the very foundations of our beloved club. I'm talking about moves that could change everything we thought we knew about this season. First up, there's a striker saga unfolding that's got Spanish managers begging for help. And guess whose name is at the center of it all? Then we've got opposition players straight up admitting they got schooled by our boys at Elland Road. And finally, brace yourselves, there's a Champions League captain being told to pack his bags. And Leeds United are lurking like wolves ready to pounce. Smash that like button if you're ready for this roller coaster. Drop your predictions in the comments because what I'm about to tell you will have every Leeds supporter either jumping for joy or pulling their hair out. The transfer window might be closed, but the drama is just getting started. Subscribe now because you do not want to miss how this trilogy of chaos could reshape our entire season. Are you ready to find out which former Leeds legend might be heading to La Liga, leaving Spanish bosses practically on their knees? Let's dive into this madness because what comes next will have you questioning everything about our transfer policy and our finishing in front of goal. Here it comes, Whites. The first revelation that's got me absolutely fuming and heartbroken at the same time. Our former striker Patrick Bamford is now the subject of a Spanish SOS call. Picture this, Jose Bordalás, the Getafe manager, is literally suffering, his own words, not mine, because his team is so desperate for a striker that they finished their last match with a bloody right back leading the attack. And who's he crying out for? Our Patrick. 7 years, Leeds faithful. 7 years Bamford gave us everything, thriving when Bielsa was working his magic, scoring crucial goals, fighting through injuries, and bleeding white for this club. Now he's been a free agent for exactly 1 month, and Spanish managers are queuing up like it's Black Friday. Bordalás didn't mince his words when asked about his striking options. What do you think? We have one. I don't know of any professional team that has only one striker. It's obvious. The man is desperate, and honestly, who can blame him? He's seen what Bamford can do. The Getafe boss was in such a foul mood after their 1-1 draw with Levante that he made 3 substitutions in the first 40 minutes. That's how bad things are for them up front. They're watching a 32-year-old free agent who could walk straight into their squad and solve all their problems. At 32, our Patrick still has fire in his belly. He's taking his time, being smart about his next move. And La Liga could be the perfect stage for him to show the world what Leeds United developed. Pure class and footballing intelligence. Remember Jamie Vardy moving to Cremonese after Leicester? That's the blueprint Bamford could follow. The intelligent movement, the hold-up play, the adaptability, these are qualities that don't fade with age. Spanish football could be tailor-made for a striker with Bamford's technical ability and football IQ. But here's what's eating me up inside. While Spanish clubs are throwing themselves at his feet, we let him walk away for free. Makes you wonder what could have been, doesn't it? Celtic were sniffing around too, but nothing materialized. Now La Liga comes calling, and suddenly we're all sitting here thinking about what that experience, that leadership, that proven Premier League quality could still be doing for us. But that's just the beginning of this emotional roller coaster. Now for the second gut punch that actually fills me with pride. Ryan Christie, Bournemouth's midfielder, has gone and done something you rarely see in modern football. He's told the absolute truth about what happened at Elland Road. This lad played an hour against us before getting hauled off. And instead of the usual politician answers, Christie straight up admitted the way it went. We are probably happy with a point, to be honest. Happy with a point. Against us. Let that sink in. He felt the power of Elland Road, describing it as a high-energy stadium where we feed off that atmosphere. The Bournemouth boys were rattled, and Christie knew it. He watched Sean Longstaff score his first goal for the club, saw Joe Rodon grab a rare goal, and witnessed Dominic Calvert-Lewin miss 3 golden chances that should have buried them. Christie went on about how they controlled the first half and limited us to few chances, but then admitted the second half was a different story. We came out like men possessed. They struggled to get a foothold in the game, and only their substitutes saved them from complete embarrassment. The atmosphere was so hostile that Tyler Adams got absolutely grilled when he came back to Elland Road. Christie specifically mentioned how we feed off that energy, how our physicality knocked them off their stride, and how there were peaks and troughs in the game because they couldn't handle our intensity. The stats don't lie, Whites. We hammered them with 19 shots to their measly total, 8 shots on target, created 3 big chances, and had a higher expected goals tally despite them hogging 59% of the ball. We were the better team, and even their own players are admitting it. Daniel Farke has got this team going toe-to-toe with one of the most impressive sides in the Premier League this season. We matched them, we dominated stretches. We created more quality chances. Everything was clicking except for the one thing that matters most. But here's what's driving me mental. We missed all 3 of those big chances. Christie saw it, we saw it, and it's that killer instinct that's haunting us this season. We're creating the chances, dominating teams, making players admit they were lucky to escape with a point. But we're not putting the ball in the back of the net when it counts. The finishing, Leeds faithful. That's what's keeping us up at night. That's what separates a glorious win from a frustrating draw. That's what could be the difference between safety and a relegation scrap if we're not careful. And it leads perfectly to our final bombshell. Right, this is it. The moment that could change everything. While we're missing chances and letting strikers walk away for free, Daniel Farke and the board are plotting something absolutely massive for January. Lorenzo Pellegrini, let that name roll off your tongue. Whites. This isn't just any player. This is Roma royalty. 318 games, 116 goals and assists, 36 caps for Italy, Champions League experience. And he was wearing the captain's armband at one of Europe's biggest clubs. But here's where it gets absolutely mental. Gianpiero Gasperini has told him to leave. The new Roma boss basically said, pack your bags if you want to make the 2026 World Cup. A 29-year-old Italian international, in his prime, being pushed out the door. Pellegrini hasn't represented Italy since October 2024. He needs game time. He needs to show Gennaro Gattuso what he's capable of before the World Cup in the United States. This is a player with everything to prove and everything to fight for. And guess who's lurking in the shadows with their transfer radar locked on? Leeds United. We're reportedly tracking him alongside Inter Milan's Piotr Zielinski, a 100-time Poland international. But Pellegrini would be the crown jewel, our biggest signing of the season. Think about what this means. Leeds faithful. While Sean Longstaff, Anton Stach, Gabriel Gudmundsson, Noah Okafor, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin are already proving their worth. Imagine adding a set-piece specialist who's conquered Serie A and the international stage. This is a player who knows how to deliver in the biggest moments. A player who's captained one of Italy's most historic clubs. A player who can unlock defenses with a single pass, who can curl in a free kick from 25 yards, who brings leadership and experience that money simply cannot buy. Yes, we're skating close to PSR limits, but Robbie Evans himself said we were willing to go beyond for Harry Wilson. If there's a will, there's a way. And Pellegrini could be the missing piece that transforms those missed chances into goals, and those hard-earned draws into victories. We might need to sell someone or redistribute funds by June 2026. But January could still be very much in play. The board knows we need quality. They know we need that creative spark. And Pellegrini represents everything we're missing in the final third. Reports from Italy are linking us with not one, but to Serie A playmakers, with Man City's Nico O'Reilly also on the radar. But make no mistake, Pellegrini would be the statement signing that tells the entire Premier League that Leeds United mean business. Hit that subscribe button and tell me in the comments, are you ready to see Leeds United make the statement signing of the season? Could Pellegrini be the creative genius who finally unlocks our attacking potential? Would you take him in January even if it means risking PSR complications? The January window can't come fast enough. This could be the move that defines our season. Marching on together.